Once a venture, always a venture. Welcome to Voice of the Ventures, the podcast edition, where we dive into the past, celebrate the present, and build the future of our Bishop Foley Catholic community. Join us as we reconnect, reminisce, and keep the venture spirit alive.
Hello, and welcome to Inside Foley, Episode 2. I'm Allison Hoover. I am the Director of Advancement at Foley, and I have the pleasure of sitting with three very tall men today. I actually have a booster to keep me to their level, but it's really a pleasure to have all you guys. So we're going to go around. We've got three alumni employees here, so I'm going to throw it to them and let them do a quick introduction. And then we're going to have some fun and dig into their time at Foley. So I'll start with you, Kevin.
Sure. I'm Kevin Swift. I'm our technology and engineering teacher from the class of 2007 who won Spirit Day every year, despite what the class of 2004 thinks. And
I like that you're holding on to that.
Yes.
Something worth holding
Emma
on
and
to
I will
for
fight
sure.
in the parking lot later. But
She might win.
Maybe.
She might.
But I've been here before, so I'll let Trevor continue.
Yeah, I'm Trevor Tyle. I'm the Director of Admissions and Enrollment at Bishop Foley. Graduated in 2016. I've been at Foley about 5 years, so I basically, graduated from college, and then Foley, sucked me right back in right after that. So I've been there ever since.
Yeah, well, welcome.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
that's a common theme among all of us.
Yeah.
So I'm PJ Lewalski Crocker, class of 2010. I'm one of the counselors at Foley. I'm in my second year at Foley, but like Trevor, like Kevin, I never really left since 2010. I've been involved in the robotics team, in drama, in substitute teaching, just done a little bit of everything at Foley. But they kept sucking me in. You never get to escape the Foley family, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm learning that. I've been with Foley for a little bit over a year, and it's amazing the amount of alumni employees we have, alumni parent volunteers. They just come and they find that spot at Foley, their family, and they really do stay. So what drove you to come back, though, and be a full-time employee? What was it? I mean, was it just that connection that you had, the love of the school? What was it that made you come back and stay on as an employee?
I guess for me, just jumping in, it was I always knew I wanted to work with kids. I originally was going to school to be a teacher. Before I started my student teaching, I realized I did not want to do that with my life. So I quit and had to refigure things out. Then I decided I liked the one-on-one. So I went back, got my counseling license, and then I worked at a K-8 school for a couple of years, which was fine. But I always loved high schoolers. I always loved working with high schoolers because it's much easier.
Wait a minute, working with high schoolers is easier?
Than working. You ever try to explain the concept of anxiety to a kindergartner?
No, I don't. Did you see Inside Out? Did you see Inside Out? That was wonderful, wonderful. Yes.
But so that was, and I've always, I don't know, I've never struggled to work with high schoolers, which I know is always crazy to say, and I feel like a lot of us are probably in the same boat, where you tell people you like working with high schoolers or you enjoy working with high schoolers, and they look at you like you're crazy. But even as I was finishing up my counseling degree, I reached out to Mr. Accavetti, and I sent him an email. I was like, hey, I just graduated with my counseling degree. Let me know if anything opens up. Because just with my connections to Foley, I mean, my mom works at Foley and has worked at Foley for forever. I have 7 brothers and sisters.
How long has your mom been there?
We did the math once, and I don't remember. I think she started teaching in 2012, we figured out, or 2013. But she was running the drama department before that.
Yeah. And how many siblings went through Foley?
I have 7 brothers and sisters. So I'm number 2 of 8. So a lot of Lewalskis went through Foley.
It's amazing.
So I always had the connection to it.
I hope you didn't do the math on tuition.
My gosh.
Yeah, I was saying,
imagine?
what's 8 times 4? I don't know math. 32 years of tuition is a lot of money.
Gosh, we have the Lewalski wing.
Yeah. But
Scholarships are for.
we're hoping for a Lewalski auditorium one of these days.
I think it's coming.
That's the key.
I think it's coming for sure. Yeah.
But no, so then the position opened up at Foley, and I immediately applied, and when I was offered the position, I couldn't be happier to jump in. And so it's been an adjustment getting back to working with high schoolers and all that, but I love it, and I learn something new every day.
That's awesome. How about you guys?
I think for me, so I was very lucky. I graduated from college right in the middle of the pandemic. And I actually went to
Got a 2020
school.
one here.
So I was super lucky. And my sister graduated from Foley that same year. So Foley lost a tile and then gained one that same year. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing for them. But I went to school for journalism and Spanish because of Mary Lee Petty and Shauna Proctor.
Still on board.
Still on board,
both of
which
them.
is
Yeah, wonderful
awesome.
teachers. Yeah.
So I kept in touch with them over the years just because they've been such good mentor figures for me. And, I learned a lot from them. And Shauna reached out to me and said, hey, Foley's hiring if you're looking for a job. And at the time it was marketing, and then admissions opened up as well. And so, it worked out really well. I'd been doing marketing for Oakland's School of Education and realized, something kind of more along the lines of marketing and communications for a school might be something that I want to do, because it doesn't require me to teach. I knew I didn't have the patience to be a teacher, but I was like, I like being in the school environment. Foley is obviously home, and so it felt very natural to jump back into it, and the rest is history.
It's incredible. It's so, like I said, and I'll turn it over to you, Kevin, but it's so awesome to have so many alumni employees.
Can you imagine if you and Taylor had overlapped for a year?
Oh, dear God, no. I'm so glad that did not pan out.
Well, I mean, I had,
to be honest.
I had the same issue because I started
Well, you
working.
would always have an overlap. But
But I mean,
Pretty much.
But my youngest brother, Patty, graduated in 2021, and I started in 23, so we dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
Because
but he's back now mentoring.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Yeah,
Now he's back as a substitute teacher and
Everywhere
helping
you
with the
look,
drama
there's a
department. So,
Lewalski.
there's a lot of us.
How about you, Kev?
Sure. So this one goes way back to my senior year, actually. So I didn't join robotics until my senior year when we actually were able to start building on site, right? So we would always go to a sponsor facility before that. But we got a room our senior year, and so that was when I first got introduced. And it was really the World Championship trip to Atlanta where I kind of I got it, right? I fell in love with FIRST Robotics. And that was when I decided I wanted to stay on and do it because I only had 1 year of experience and I wanted more. So it's probably better that I hadn't joined my freshman or sophomore year. I might have had enough, right?
Sure.
And so I stuck around and I helped with other things, IT department, everything like that. Helped a little bit with drama here and there. And then over the years, right, we got to the pandemic and started substitute teaching, like we talked about last time. And that kind of drew me back in because I realized where I wanted to take our team and our program, I couldn't do working somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? And it was finally kind of this sign of, you idiot, you are supposed to be teaching. Do it. So I did it, and I went and got my teaching certificate, and here we are.
Well, we're so glad you did that. We're so glad. So you guys obviously graduated at different times, but something that I hear from all alumni employees is this Foley cookie is something that has been a constant throughout the years. So I have a confession. I had my first Foley cookie just a few weeks ago. Probably 8 weeks.
Did you have to take out a mortgage to get it now?
It was a little bit pricey. But it was delicious. So I know you have a specific way that you like to see them cooked.
The
Can we
correct
all
way?
have a little bit of
Yes.
debate on
Yeah.
what is the correct way
there's
to
a right
have
way.
Yes.
to serve the Foley cookie?
It needs to be medium rare.
Yeah.
Like rare or even
Medium
blue.
rare.
Just give me the dough.
Yeah.
Would be
Got it.
fine.
What's
Got
you need you need a rind on it essentially. It's cooked
A light sear on the
light
outside.
sear on the edges, so it's a little
Light
crunchy on the
sear.
outside, but then essentially as close to raw as possible.
Like an
Yeah.
Aussie tuna just in the bag
yeah,
with the
yeah,
Foley.
You don't want it
Yes.
raw enough to give you salmonella, but just
Yeah.
raw enough that it's like cookie dough.
Like you kind of want to. You don't even want to put it in the oven. Like put it on top. Let it melt from frozen because I know they come
Got it.
frozen.
Yeah.
Got it. I love it.
There's a lot of feelings about it. Like it's you missed out on the glory. Like they are different than they used to be.
They are.
Like there was
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the nostalgia talking or not,
Yeah.
but I think
No, they are different.
they're different and like they used to be.
They changed the recipe.
The secret
I think
cookie
with
recipe.
COVID or something
Yeah.
somewhere
Got
in
it,
there.
got it, yeah.
Supply chain issues forced
Got
to
it.
change.
Got inflation. Things like
Inflation.
that.
One time they
Cookie
tried to
industry.
change it entirely. I think this is when I wasn't really in the building during the day. You might have been there.
The whole
When
recipe?
They did like a white chocolate macadamia nut something.
I do remember.
And like
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was appalled.
People weren't having it.
No.
People feel very strongly. I mean, even
Very
for
attached.
me as admissions director, and it was very stupid of me because I'm an alum, so I should know better. But my first year at Foley, I don't remember if it was open house or one of my events, I forgot to have Foley cookies. We always have Foley cookies at our events. And it wasn't even the kids. Like, the parents were coming up to me. They were, like, at my throat. Like, where are the cookies? And I'm like, oh, we don't have them. And I'll tell you what, I've never made that mistake again. 'Cause
no
people
kidding.
just love those cookies.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
One time they were like contaminated.
With like a
when they
bacteria?
got not like a bacteria. It was like they changed their
The salmonella bacteria.
We're not. They're not.
Folks. Yes. Yeah. Do you want to talk about any like virus outbreaks, anything like that?
It was around that time. It was they. We don't bake them in the. They don't make them in the kitchen. They just thaw them and put them in the oven. Right? They're not. They're not mixing them. Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, they come frozen.
These come frozen.
Yes. Sorry, secret. I don't know if we're removing the curtain.
I
don't know we're removing the curtain here, but yeah, they come
like the wizard.
Yes.
So we have a wonderful kitchen staff. I thought that they were like
no.
little.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So they
ruin Allison's.
So it's like a bacon break.
Yeah. Yes. Kind of like that.
Oh,
so I guess we figured out later they had changed their production line to I don't know if it was Snickerdoodle or something like that, and they didn't clean it out enough. And so there was like a hint of cinnamon, but most people thought it tasted like mint. It was really, really bad to the point where they were like, guys, we just have to get rid of these so we can get another box and start selling those.
I love it. All right. So y'all work with students every single day. Trevor, although you're not working directly with them. Do you ever see things in them, like they try to pull something and you thought, oh no, been there, done that. I know what you're up to. Try that here. Any secret things from Foley? Any pranks? Any?
I've never, I was thinking about this earlier. This came up in conversation relatively recently. I don't see myself in any students, or at least I haven't yet. But as a function of having 7 siblings, I see my siblings in certain students. Like there's one in particular who I can think of right now, a current junior, who I look at and he does stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're just Peter. Like so
you go easier or harder on him because he's just Peter?
I just understand him better. I feel like I don't go easier or harder on him. I just get him more. And I'm like there was a lot of teachers who were really frustrated with him at what he was doing. I was like, oh no, you just need to talk to him this way. So it was just one of those so I've seen my siblings more so than I've seen myself.
Yeah, I see like my friends or other students that I had and like in robotics, I'll see them similarly. Right, like it's kind of that same way, just not a sibling.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I have found that's not necessarily a similarity, but actually a difference, they are so quick to throw their friends under the bus if their phone goes off.
Really?
Back in the day, it was, I don't know about your time, but in your time probably, if your phone went off, this was before people just had it on vibrate all the time.
Back up. So you're young enough where you actually got to bring a phone to school?
No. But you weren't supposed to have it. You've never been
Yeah, you weren't supposed to have it in your bag. It was always supposed to be in your locker.
Okay.
But if you had your phone for whatever reason, most people would keep it in their backpack off, but maybe you forgot. If it started ringing, you would cough to cover up that sound.
Yeah.
Right? And now they're like, oh, it's so-and-so. Or like they'll point them out and throw each other under the bus.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty old. Yeah, our phones were like the first cell phone that came out was in a box this big, and then you had to charge the whole box. And
mine, I mean, it wasn't a smartphone for me. Yeah. So for Trevor, it probably was.
Same. I didn't have.
But yeah, you probably didn't have a smartphone.
Yeah,
I had a phone.
Yeah, so I had a phone.
Yeah, it was just a phone.
But it was like nobody. Yeah. I don't even
phone
remember.
calls and text messages.
Maybe
but
texting.
that was before full keyboards. And
Yeah. Well, and even then, I was a goody two shoes in high school. So like my
you
phone,
still are a goody
I still
two
am
shoes.
a goody two shoes.
You
So
still
like my
are.
phone always was in my locker. But the thing that like blows my mind is how open some of the kids are with the staff about things and it's a great thing. But like there's things that I go, I never in a million years would I have told a teacher this, and I think the kids just feel so comfortable talking to us, and it's a great thing.
Yeah. Speaking of teachers, who's your favorite?
Valinsky.
We hear that one a lot.
Valinsky's a common one.
Yeah, Valinsky was my favorite as well. I always say Valinsky's the reason I have a history degree. That's what my undergrad degree is.
That's awesome. What a cool testament to him. Yeah.
But to say a different one, Mrs. Malaka, who was a theology teacher when I was there, was really great. She was a very unique theology teacher in a way where everything was like, it was like she would go through the 3 stages of like, this is the Catholic teaching. This is what I feel about it. How do you feel about it? So it was really unique. And so I really feel like she should get a lot of credit. It was very different than any theology or religion class I'd ever had before, where like it was like there's allowed to be other opinions.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Trevor, I'll throw it to you because we're running out of time. Who was your favorite teacher?
So I had 2, Shauna Proctor and Mary
Still
Lee
there.
Petty.
Yeah, still there.
Just because
Amazing.
I would not be where I am, without either one of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Shauna, I had all 4 years. She was the only teacher I had all 4 years. And I remember like half of my AP Spanish class was like crying our last day with her because we were like, well, what do we do now? And she's like, well, I prepared you pretty well. So, and she did. She really
sure
did.
And it's,
oh my gosh.
And it's hard to pick one or two, too. Like,
Right.
everyone has, like, your
Right.
gut reactions, Volinsky, or it's Malak, or it's Perry. But, like, I could talk about Sinkowitz. I could talk about Shaner. I could talk about the Levs were great.
Absolutely.
There's
Proctor is definitely up there for me, too.
Yeah.
I never had Spanish,
Yeah.
but Frau Czernolutsky, back when she was there, was great. She was the German teacher at the time. But it's one of those, like, I could list 20 teachers from my time there.
Yeah.
I believe
that
it. I believe it.
were above.
Thank
and
you,
beyond.
guys. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Right.